Welcome back to this video. In this video, let me solve questions based on logarithmic function, exponential function and inverse trigonometric functions. As I did in my previous video, I will solve the questions which are based on NCERT CBSE mathematics book. So let us solve the first question. What is the first question? Find the derivative of e power x by sin x, right? So find the derivative of e power x by sin x. The first question is find the derivative of e power x by sin x. So hope you have remembered the formulas of inverse trigonometric functions, exponential and logarithmic functions. What is this? This is a quotient rule and this is a u by v rule. You know how to find the derivative of u by rule, that is sin x into derivative of e power x minus e power x into derivative of sin x upon sin square x, sin x whole square, that is sin square x. This becomes sin x into derivative of e power x is e power x minus e power x into derivative of sin x is cos x upon sin square x. You would like to simplify, you can simplify, you can write this as e power x into sin x by sin square x. This can be the correct answer. If you want still further simplified form, it can be written as sin x by sin square x, that would become 1 by sin x, minus cos x by sin x is cot x by sin x. There are many ways, or you can write the same thing as e power x by sin x into 1 minus cot x. Make sure you solve the first step, application of the product quotient rule and the differentiations of e power x and sin x. Make sure that you do them correct. Rest of them is algebra. There is no calculus in this, just simplifications, which I am sure you should make them correct without major difficulty. Okay, I can go through this question for a few seconds so that I can solve the next question then. Okay, good. Next question now. The second question which is asked here is find the derivative of e power sin inverse of x. Find the derivative of e power sin inverse of x. This is the second question. Find the derivative of e power sin inverse of x. What is the derivative of e power x? The most easy, it is e power x derivative is e power x. So e power sin inverse x derivative should be e power sin inverse x into derivative of sin inverse of x. So this is equal to e power sin inverse of x into derivative of sin inverse of x. What is the derivative of sin inverse of x? 1 by root of 1 minus x square. So this answer would be e power sin inverse of x upon root of 1 minus x square. This would be the derivative of e power sin inverse of x. Okay, good. Let me solve the next question then. Find the derivative of e power x cube. Find the derivative of e power x cube. Derivative of e power x cube. Derivative of e power x cube would be e power x cube into derivative of x cube. That would be e power x cube into derivative of x cube is 3 times x square. So the final answer is 3x square times e power x cube. This would be the answer for derivative of e power x cube. Good. Let me solve the next question, which is fourth question. Find the derivative of sine of tan inverse of e power x. Find the derivative of sine of tan inverse of e power x. Derivative of sine of tan inverse of e power x. Derivative of sine would be cos of tan inverse of e power x into derivative of tan inverse of e power x. So this would be cos of tan inverse of e power x into derivative of tan inverse of e power x would be 1 by 1 plus x square here it would be e power x whole square into derivative of e power x. So that would be cos of tan inverse of e power x upon 1 plus e power 2x into derivative of e power x would be e power x. This should be the one of the form. You can even, if you would like to have, you can even simplify it further too. It all depends on, but this is the correct form. If you would like to simplify further, have any idea how would you like to simplify this further? Suppose I asked you to simplify it further. So how can we simplify it further? I can divide with e power x. So if I divide, definitely I need to multiply. This and this get cancels. So this is cos of tan inverse of ex. This is a complete algebra. There is no calculus in this. This is just simplifications. E power minus x, e power 2x by e power x is e power. This is also one of the correct form. This is correct. Without multiplying, dividing. This is also correct. You still want to simplify another way. And I got answer as cos of tan inverse of e power x upon 1 plus e power 2x into e power x. You can take e power minus 2x common, e power 2x common in the denominator. So if I take e power 2x common, this becomes e power 1 by e power 2x, that is e power minus 2x plus 1, and in the numerator I have e power x into cos of tan inverse of e power ex. So this becomes e power x by e power 2x is e power minus x into cos of tan inverse of e power x upon e power 2x into e power minus 2x plus 1 or 1 plus e power minus 2x. This also can be the correct answer. Next answer is find the derivative of log of cos of e power x. What would be the log derivative? 1 by cos e power x into derivative of cos of e power x into derivative of cos e power x. So 1 by cos e power x into derivative of cos e power x would be minus sin e power x into derivative of e power x. So this would become minus e power x sin e power x upon cos e power x. So this becomes minus e power x into sin by cos would be tan e power x. So this should be the most simplified form for derivative of log of cos e power x. This is the derivative of log of cos e power x. Sixth question. The sixth question it says is find derivative of e power x plus e power x square plus so on plus e power x power 5. This would become derivative of e power x plus derivative of e power x square plus so on plus derivative of e power x power 5. Derivative of e power x derivative is e power x. E power x square derivative is e power x square into x square derivative would be 2x. Similarly, the next term would be e power x cube. E power x cube derivative is e power x cube into derivative of x cube would be 3x square. The next term would be e power x power 4 into 4x cube. The next term would be e power x power 5 into, what is the derivative of x power 5? 5 power x power 4. So this should be the answer for this question. If you want to simplify it further, but you can even leave this. Okay, don't get confused. If you are clear with algebra functions, even if I might have 20 functions, if there are addition or subtraction between them, so you just need to add and differentiate each and every function, add and subtract the functions. Now, the 7th question. Find the derivative of root of e power root x for x greater than 0. Find the derivative of e power root x for x greater than 0. Next question is find the derivative of root of e power root x. The derivative of root x would be 1 by 2 times root e power root x into derivative of e power root x. So this would become 1 by 2 times root of e power root x into derivative of e power root x is e power root x into root x derivative is 1 by 2 times root x. So we can simplify this further. It becomes e power root x upon 2 into 2 is 4, root x into e power root x is x times e power root x. Or if you think you can cancel root x, this is also this is the correct. If you want to simplify it further, you can simplify. You can write this as e power root x and root e power x goes root e power x times. So 1 by 4 times root e power root x upon x. This is also one of the most simplified form. This is also correct, even this is also correct. See how simple is this. Once I am clear with area, and clearly since it is in root x, the domain of this function should be x greater than 0. That is the reason he has mentioned in question for x greater than 0. Don't get confused with this word because it is root x. Let me see the next question. Find the derivative of log x for x greater than 1. Find the derivative of log x for x greater than 1. Find the derivative of log x for x greater than 1. The derivative of log x would be 1 by log x into derivative of log x. So this would be 1 by log x into derivative of log x is 1 by x. So this would become 1 by x times log x. This would be the derivative of log x. 1 by x times log x would be the derivative of log x. Simple, right? Good. So log cannot be defined here. If x is less than 0, log x becomes, if x is less than 1, log x becomes negative. So log of negative does not exist. So that is the reason in the question he mentioned x greater than 1. That is the domain of the given function. The derivative of this function exists for x greater than 1. Okay. That is what is mentioned in the question. This is this x greater than 1, this x greater than 0. These are all the domains. Ninth question. Find the derivative of cos x by log x for x greater than 0. Find the derivative of cos x by log x for x greater than 0. Derivative of cos x upon log x for x greater than 0. So this would become log x into derivative of cos x minus, this would become cos x into derivative of, so the derivative of cos x by log x would be log x into derivative of cos x minus cos x into derivative of log x upon log x whole square. Log x whole square. This would be log x into, what is the derivative of cos x? Minus sin x minus cos x into derivative of log x is 1 by x upon log x whole square. So this becomes minus log x into sin x minus cos x by x upon log x whole square. Hope you are clear. Let me solve the last question, that is the 10th question. Find the derivative of cos of log x plus e power x for x greater than 0. X greater than 0 is the domain of this function, which you should get hold of once you see this thing. So don't get worried by just. So the last question is derivative of cos of log x plus e power x. This would be same as, what is the derivative of cos x? Minus sin x. So this should become minus sin of log x plus e power x, the first step, into derivative of log x plus e power x. This becomes minus sin log x plus e power x into derivative of log x plus derivative of e power x, derivative of log x plus derivative of e power x. Derivative of log x is 1 by x and derivative of e power x is e power x. That would become minus sin of log x plus e power x into derivative of log x is 1 by x and derivative of e power x is e power x. This should be the derivative of this function. If you want to simplify, you can take x as the LCM and simplify it further too, but this is most sufficient. That is all algebra, which is not required, but if you want to simplify further, you can do that. Okay. Hope you are clear even with exponential functions, differentiation of exponential functions, logarithmic functions, and inverse trigonometric functions, the power rule, and the composite functions. These are all the basics of applications of differentiation. When you are doing that, you should be very clear. These are all the basics and differentiations. Once you are clear with this, the calculus becomes very easy for us. Might be integration or whatever it is. Once you are clear with differentiation, the integration would be easy. Everything would be easy if you are clear with these basic concepts. Okay. Again, I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Have a good day. Thanks for watching for this video. See you in the coming videos. Bye till then.